are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans.
Set to kick off.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The ball carrier.
Next to receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Edwards-Helaire. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. From the gun, a give to Penny. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was brought down.
For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally, you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this will be caught at the 30. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Number 25.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they...
Watson on first down. Rolling to his right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The running back.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Penny, a first down carry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 22, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Penny.
And the Texans are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, nice 50, nice 50. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Now let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chiefs, nothing. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Mahomes' 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Chris Jones on the stop.
Jones on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 30-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
this defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A gain of 11 brings up second down at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the run, it's Penny, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, here's Penny, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Texans 14, Chiefs nothing. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conlon. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it again with Penny. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd and 9.
Let me breathe for a minute. 52's the mark. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 52.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On first down, it's Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Penny working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to him on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now here's Mahomes.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly didn't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st and 10, Watson steps away to his left. On the left side, this is Stills.
7 yards, the pickup there.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 29. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Here's Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They begin with a run by Penny. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's checking crowd.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Randy Bullock.
The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? He said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
The score, Texans 24, Chiefs 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Rashad Breeland. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Ross Blacklock picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Ross Blacklock
Getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
3 and out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
33-yard line. It's a turnover on downs.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Penny.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Today's final score, Texans.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception.